Hoy vamos a hablar con Oliver Stark, uno de los protagonistas de 911, una de las series que van a estar disponibles en Star, el nuevo servicio integrado en Disney Plus. So, Oliver, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well, thank you.
And Buck was your first role, your first regular role in a broadcast American TV show. So, how was the experience of being a part of a production with such a mainstream impact?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was, I didn't really know what to expect, because I feel like whatever you're making when you're in the production stages, you just never know if something's going to be successful, if people are going to relate to it. So you make this thing and you hope for the best, but you just never know. So then when it came out and it was a real hit and people really clicked with it, it was quite overwhelming, to be honest with you, and surreal, and to some extent it still is. Like, I still feel like I'm just making this thing with my friends. It doesn't always sink into my brain that then people all around the world watch it and enjoy it. It's hard to process that.
And when the show releases here in Spain in Disney Plus, we are going to be able to watch it since the beginning, since the first episode. So what's your dearest or most unforgettable memories of working in that first season?
Yeah, I think one of the things that always sticks out in my mind is in the 4th episode, we did this plane crash. And it was the first time where the show felt really big. Like, it was walking onto the set. It was almost like a movie set in scale, and that we really had this plane and it was really on fire and it was really in this lake. And it was the first time where I was like, okay, this is a big deal. Like, we're really making something here that can compete and is going to shock people, I think. So that sticks out for that reason, but then it also sticks out because we shot this all at night during winter. It was super cold, and the cast, we're out on this plane shivering, and we all just instinctively huddled together. And I think it was the first time where we were like, oh, we really have each other's back here. And so that's a real defining moment for me when I look back.
And do you think that precisely that scale, that ambition is what makes 911 stand out from the other?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think there are things that I sometimes read in our scripts and I'm like, there's no way. How are we going to do that? And they always make it work. We have a really incredible crew that figure it out and find a way to make it look like there's a movie on TV every week. And that's a really, difficult thing to do. So I think I don't think that's the only reason, but I think that is definitely a big reason as to why people have really taken to the show and been impressed by it week after week.
And the show was created by Ryan Murphy, Brad Patuk, and Tim Minier, who are three of the most acclaimed and experienced TV writers and producers. So what have you learned throughout all these years about working with them?
One of the main things is to just trust, because as you say, they do have such a track record. They know what they're doing, and it's really comforting as an actor to just go, okay, if you say that's what it should be, I 100% believe you, because you've proven it time after time after time that is what is going to work. So that, and then also just the care that they put into everything. I can see why they've had such levels of success. The detail that they, every little thing that they want to comb through in a script. And I think not that other showrunners or creators don't do that, but this is my experience of them, that they care about every little aspect. And I think anytime you want something to be great, you have to do that. And I've always been very impressed by the attention to detail that they have.
And what's the thing that you enjoy the most about working with them and with the team of the show?
I think the thing that I enjoy most about 911 is the people. Myself and the cast, we have really great relationships. The crew, like it really feels like a family, because it's, the thing is, when we talk about the scale, that means that there are difficult shooting days, you know? But because of the people, it always feels fun and it always feels manageable and it always feels like a place that I want to be. So that's certainly my number one positive. It's just that the people, and I think that then translates onto the screen and gives that positivity to the audience as well.
My last question about that difficulty that you're talking about. I've read that you like doing your own stunts. I don't know if you are becoming kind of a Tom Cruise season after season, like looking for a bigger stunt to do.
Yeah, for me, it's something that it's just really fun. And, you know, I don't do everything. There are things that for certain reasons I wouldn't be allowed to do. But I do as much as I can. And I always like to push more and more. And it's got to the point where the creators know that and the writers know that. So they're happy to write me those things because they know, hey, we can get this shot and Oliver's going to do that for real. So we'll actually be able to shoot it. So it's just something where I get to push myself. And then I also see this as like a training ground where like I go, okay, next time I want to go onto a production, they're like, can you rappel? Yes, I can. Can you jump over? Yes, I can. Look, here's the footage of me doing it. So it's I get to test myself and I get to train myself.
Thank you so much, Oliver, for your time. And I hope everyone watches 911 here in Spain.
Me too.